The Japanese have overrun one of our observation posts and captured an entire platoon of troops. One of the officers there was working directly for Pacific Theater Command. If the enemy discovers his identity, they will show no restraint in finding out what he knows. We need him, and the rest of the prisoners out there, but the POW camp is on an island fortress. You are to neutralize the prison's defenses and breach the cell block walls. The Commando Strike Force will land on the beach. With your support, they will escort the POWs from the island. As Lieutenant Commander Callahan is still recovering from the wounds he received from your last mission, you are temporarily assigned command of Easy Squadron's 4 Corsairs.
At will.
Roger that.
Defend this position, men.
Defending the area. Too easy, boys. Not even a warm-up. Wing leader, I've spotted a radio tower. We better take it out before they call in for reinforcements.
Adopt formation. Commence rocket attack. Defend this position, men. Break formation.
We're in sight of Cayman now. ETA 2 minutes. Hope you cleared the way, Easy Squadron. We got company. Japanese patrol boats approaching fast.
must like you. He's tight on your tail.
We've landed on the lower beach and are advancing upward towards the camp. We've got an incoming from the southwest.
What are your orders, sir?
Engage at will.
Yes, sir.
A couple of Jap tanks have us locked up, like a virgin on prom night. Thanks, Lieutenant. We're advancing. We've got an incoming from the southwest.
What can we do now, sir?
Easy, Squadron. We need some help here. The Japanese have us pinned down.
Yes, sir.
We've got an incoming from the southwest. We have an unknown radar contact to the southwest.
Yeah, nailed him!
Busting us off, pilot. I'm Tom Stewart. It's nice to see the sunlight again. Is that the new Corsair? Nice. Can't wait to get back in the saddle and take one of those fillies for a gallop. Real soon.
You a pilot, Tom? You better talk to my CO. He's always on the lookout for new blood.
We have an unknown radar contact to the north. That's it! We're on our way back to the boat. Here comes trouble. Two Betty bombers are heading in fast. We're sending dust down here. We have an unknown radar contact to the north.
Break formation.
Roger that. Target destroyed.
Reported the boats and are heading out to the northeast. Crowe, patrol ahead and make sure there aren't any surprises for us. We have an unknown radar contact to the north. We have an unknown radar contact to the southwest. We got Japanese destroyers coming in from the northwest. I said we got a few minutes before they're on top of us.
Sleep tight, Mr. Tojo.
Thanks, Crowe. This time we made a run for it.
You have an unknown radar contact to the north.
He's flaming out!
I bagged one.
Holy crap! Those destroyers are almost on top of us! Crowe, see if you can damage their props and slow them down.
We've got an incoming from the southwest.
That's it! Keep hitting them there! That's the way! Now take out the other one! That's it! Keep hitting them there! Thanks, Crowe. They're running away with their tail between their legs. That's it! We're clear! Thanks for the help, Lieutenant Crowe.
The ace I fought over the Marshall Islands was Kazuma Yamashita. He was part of the infamous 13th Airborne Squadron who had led the attack on Pearl Harbor. These guys put the final bombs into the Arizona. These were the guys who killed Charlie. The 13th Airborne had the Jap Navy's best flyers, and they put them in their best planes. Callahan said I was lucky to be alive. He'd fought him before, and I was lucky it wasn't Shunagawa, their leader. He was the best flyer Callahan had ever seen, and he was racking up kills all over the Pacific. But I'd survived the fight and brought the Zero down in one piece. It was weird to fly, light as a feather and armed to the teeth. The plane was crated up and shipped back to the Naval Intelligence boys in San Diego. The guys we rescued from the POW camp had only been in there about a month, but they were in bad shape. They'd been starved and beaten by the Japs. Well, I got talking to one of them, a guy named Tom Stewart. Turns out that he was a pilot who'd been shot down and he was itching to fly again. Callahan found a place for him in one of the other wings of our squad. So ex-prisoner of war Tom Stewart got another chance to fly for his country. Callahan ran a tight squad, and before we knew it, we were brushing up on our torpedo runs and dive bombing for the battles ahead. Our attacks on the Marshall Islands only damaged the Japanese base at Crowe. Elsewhere, the fighting continued. The Japs dug themselves in and even had a few significant victories. They sank their first carrier, the Langley, and our biggest warship in the Far East, the cruiser Houston. So far, we hadn't managed to hit them back. We started to figure we'd be in the Pacific a lot longer than we originally thought. In April of '42, things were looking pretty bad. Morale was low, both in the Pacific and back home. One of our commanders came up with a daring plan to strike a blow at the Japanese. Not on some island somewhere, but right on their mainland. It was called the Doolittle Raid. Our grease monkeys modified a bunch of B-25s to take off from carriers, something they were never meant to do. They launched from the Hornet and bombed factories on the Japanese mainland. Didn't do a hell of a lot of damage, but it did show the Japs that we had a few tricks of our own. They were feeling our breath on the back of their necks now. Some of the boys who flew the B-25s had to ditch in the ocean, but a few managed to crash land in China. Of the 80 crew, 71 made it back. We heard later that the Japs killed 250,000 Chinese just for helping our boys.